Evil is not a fundamental force or divine creation, but an illusion, constructed by human thought, fear, and ego within the material plane. Rooted in negative energy and low consciousness, evil arises from the human tendency to project and manifest negativity through thoughts and actions. If God is inherently good, it is contradictory to suggest that He would design evil or punishment as a means of control. Concepts such as hell and the devil, traditionally used to explain suffering and wrongdoing, are human constructs meant to instill fear and exert control over others. By understanding the role of energy, vibration, and universal laws, we can uncover how evil is not an external force, but a reflection of the ego's influence in a low vibrational state manifested in this material plane. The material plane, where human consciousness is at its lowest, provides fertile ground for this illusion to take shape. The ego reacts to external stimuli and dominates the human experience, creating fear, hate, jealousy, and guilt. These negative emotions feed into a cycle of destructive thought patterns that manifest as perceived evil. However, at the core of every individual lies the spirit, which is intrinsically good and part of the universal divine. The challenge lies in transcending the ego and accessing higher consciousness, where negative energy no longer holds power over one's reality. Human beings often believe their emotions and reactions are beyond their control, yet this belief is a fallacy. Emotions are driven by thoughts, and thoughts are a choice. By cultivating mindfulness, observing one's emotional state, and intentionally replacing negative feelings with positive ones, such as love instead of hate or courage instead of fear, individuals can shift their vibrational frequency. This practice aligns with the universal laws of vibration and polarity, revealing that what is thought of as evil is simply a byproduct of negative vibrations interacting with the material world. The law of attraction further demonstrates that like attracts like. Thus, negative thoughts bring about negative outcomes, while positive thoughts create harmony and goodness. This understanding places responsibility for evil on human choice and thought, rather than a divine creator. God, being all good, would not design an all-bad entity such as the devil. Instead, the devil is a construct created by humans to personify their fears and justify acts of control. Similarly, the concept of hell is not a divine punishment, but a man-made fabrication designed to manipulate behavior through fear. If God were truly vengeful or punitive, He would resemble an ego-driven figure, more human than divine. Instead, God represents the pure creative force of the universe, and humanity, as manifestations of God's thoughts, holds the same divine potential. The illusion of evil thrives in the material plane because it is ruled by the ego and the reactive mind. A person who commits acts of harm or violence is not inherently evil. Rather, they are operating from a low vibrational state and are disconnected from their spirit. Their actions are guided by the ego's fear and anger, rather than the love and unity of the spirit. Evil, then, is not a force to be feared, but a state of ignorance to be transcended. Transcendence is achieved through the cultivation of higher consciousness. Practices like meditation, mindfulness, and the application of the universal principles, mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender, empower individuals to elevate their energy and break free from the illusion of evil. When one raises their consciousness and vibrations, they shift from reacting to the ego's impulses to aligning with the spirit's inherent goodness. This shift allows individuals to replace fear with courage, hate with love, and vengeance with forgiveness, ultimately dismantling the negative energies that sustain the illusion of evil. Fear, the Achilles heel of humanity, is the primary mechanism through which the illusion of evil persists. It keeps individuals trapped in darkness, manipulated by external forces, and disconnected from their divine potential. Courage, on the other hand, illuminates the path to higher awareness, breaking the chains of fear and allowing the light of universal truth to shine through. Arthur Schopenhauer likens the will, universal subconscious mind, to be a strong blind man who carries on his shoulders the intellect, ego, which is a weak lame man possessing the power of sight. The will, or spirit, has the strength to carry humanity forward, but it requires guidance from an awakened and elevated consciousness to move in the right direction. Ultimately, evil is not an entity or punishment imposed by a divine creator, but an illusion perpetuated by human thought, ego, and fear. By transcending these limitations through the principles of higher consciousness and universal laws, humanity can dissolve the illusion of evil and embrace its divine nature. As individuals align with love, courage, and unity, they can reclaim their spiritual potential and break free from the constructs that have held them captive in the material plane. Evil, therefore, ceases to exist as a force and is revealed as a shadow of ignorance waiting to be illuminated by the light of truth.